All right, everybody. I want to thank you guys for joining us again for another episode of the Servant Leader Coaches Bible Study. I am your host, Coach Chelsea, and I'm super excited about this one. I mean, I know I always say that, and I know I try my best not to be biased, but when God shows up in the midst to confirm something that you've been praying about, you can't help but be excited. And today, we are unleashing one of our new segments of the podcast known as Servant Leadership Exchange. And there was no way that I wasn't going to pull back, right, down off the bench and sub in an already cemented servant leader, Chip Baker. But not only that, when we had a conversation about it, I knew that God legitimately was like, you are right. You've heard me right, because the same thing I had been praying about, the same thing he was trying to unfold to me was talked about in this conversation. And that led me to having two more servant leadership just endeavors and great godly men on this call. We have servant leader Coach Hurd and Coach Chip Baker with us, and we're going to be invited to also have another godly man to join us a little bit later. But we're going to talk a little bit about servant leadership. We're going to talk about their endeavors as godly men, godly coaches, and we're going to talk about servant leadership. So, y'all, I want to take a minute to just thank you for your time. I tell anybody, time is a precious gift because once it's given, it cannot be given back. So I'm gonna pass the torch to you guys to first say hello to our listeners, and then we're gonna get this conversation started today. Let's go.
Hey, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say the first
Let's
thing I want to
go.
say is let's go, man.
Go.
I'm just super excited, Coach, to have the opportunity to be with you. You know, every time we get an opportunity to collab on something, man, it's magic. It's hot, and so I want to say first off, thank you so much for thinking enough of us to have us on your platform. But then also, I want to warn the audience that it's about to get hot. It's on.
I tried to tell them I started with my
Hey,
biofreeze regimen yesterday.
hey,
I mean, I
hey,
knew, and so I started yesterday, and my knees feel great. So let's go.
let's go. But yeah, coach, just a little bit about me, Chip Baker, fourth generation educator, author, speaker, been in education for a while. Grateful for the opportunities, best-selling author, in Conroe, Texas, and we're about to release our book, The Impact of Influence, Volume 8. And so, just thank you for having us on. Just talk a little bit and mention a little bit about the book as well, so your audience can check us out. But I'm super excited for your audience to check out these co-authors. And I'll just bring in Coach Hurd. Coach, if
Yes.
you want to just tell them about who you are and what you do, brother.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Coach Chelsea. Chip, it's an honor and a pleasure being here. And I'm just super excited. I'm Coach J.D. Hurd. I'm the head track coach and head cross country coach and at Conroe High School here in Texas, North Houston area. I'm originally from Mobile, Alabama, but been in Texas for a minute, but I get back down to the South as much as I can. Down there, Alabama, Florida way. So I love that area. Matter of fact, I'll be down that way the 4th of July week,
Oh, nice.
making my annual pilgrimage there. So man of God, uh, born, raised in the church, stayed in the church, and raised my boys in the church, wife in the church,